Hello there, Mr. Sutton here, bringing you the IM375 Part 2 homework solutions on triangle area. For this problem, we're trying to find the area of this triangle. We have both sides and an angle between them, so that means we use our half-sine formula. K equals 1/2 AB sine C, so that's going to be 1/2 times one of the sides, I'll just start with 13.6, times the other side, 10.1, times sine of 42.5. Now we'll just do that on the calculator. So plugging that in the calculator and pressing enter, we end up with 46.4. On this problem, I've got two sides and an angle between them, so let me use my half-sine formula to find the area. 1/2 AB sine C. So we've got 1/2 21.3 times 52.1 times the sine of 42.2. And let's see what the calculator has to say about this. So here I am on the calculator. I've plugged all of this stuff in there at once, off camera. Pressing enter, I get 372.7. For this one, I'm trying to find the area, and they've given me all three sides of the triangle. So in this situation, I go to Heron's formula. So that's where you have to find the semi-perimeter S and then plug it into that K formula. So S, remember, is going to be 1/2 times A plus B plus C, half the perimeter. So we've got 1/2 of 49 plus 41.8 plus 45.7. And I'll let the calculator sort that mess out. So plugging all that in to get my S value, that's going to be 68.25. All right, so let me plug that into my K formula, which, remember, is the square root of this S that you just found times the S minus all three sides. So we have the square root of 68.25 times 68.25 minus 49. And then we'll also be subtracting 41.8 and 45.7 from the 68.25. Let's plug all that in the calculator. So plugging all that stuff into my square root, that's the square root line, offline to save a little bit of time. Press enter. We've got 885.2 rounded to the nearest tenth. For this one, I've got all three sides of the triangle, so to get the area, I'm going to use Heron's formula. Let's start by finding S, which is half of the perimeter, half of A plus B plus C. So that's half of 37 plus 27.3 plus 18 in whatever order you want. Looks like I had 18 first. Doesn't really matter as long as you add all three of them together. So let's do that on the calculator. And if I crunch those numbers on there, that gives me an S value of about, let's see, 41.15. All right, so now I have to plug that into my K formula, which was the square root of S times S minus all three sides. So we have the square root of 41.15 times 41.15 minus 18, or whatever you want for your A value. And then we'll have to do the same thing, but with 37. So subtract that, and also 27.3. All right, let's let the calculator handle that mess. And if I plug all that stuff into the calculator and press enter, that's going to be 233.99 and some change. So that actually, if you're doing nearest tenth, that's going to be 234.0. To find triangle area here, I've got two sides and an angle between them, so I'm going to use my half-sine formula, 1/2 AB sine C. So that's going to be 1/2 times 23 times the other side, 47, and then times the sine of the angle between them, sine of 57. Let's let the calculator do that. And plugging all that in and pressing enter, we get 453.3. If I have all three sides of this triangle and I want the area, I'm going to have to use Heron's formula. Let's start with the semi-perimeter. So that's 1/2 times the perimeter. So A plus B plus C. So we've got 1/2, and then we have 22.3 plus 33.4 plus 28.5. And we'll let the calculator figure out what that is. So taking half of all that, we get a S value of 42.1. Now we're going to plug that into our K formula, which is the square root of S times S minus all of the sides of the triangle. So square root of 42.1, and then we have 42.1 minus 22.3, and then we'll also subtract 33.4 and 28.5 from 42.1. And now let the calculator take over. Plugging everything in under one big square root and pressing enter, we get about 314.1. To find the triangle area here, since I've got the two sides and the angle between them, let me use my half-sine formula. So 1/2 AB sine C. That's going to be 1/2 times one of the sides. We'll use 16. And then 35.6 is the other side. And we have to do the sine of 122. That's a big angle. Let's let the calculator handle all of that. There we are. Got all that entered in my calculator. Now let me press enter. And that's 241.5.